might stay with you.
Crooks know to stay away from Safe Touch houses. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson with Safe Touch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our price.
No money down offer is for a limited time. Call 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license EF 2000-1945.
You might wonder, John Legend, how do you keep your voice sounding so legendary? Honey. And how do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date? With a COVID shot this season, designed for recent variants.
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC.
The fresher, the better.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated. And you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all of that. We find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. NFL kickoff weekend continues tonight in Sao Paulo, Brazil, with the Eagles and the Packers. Free agent offensive lineman Taylor Lewan says the stakes are high tonight.
This week one for the Philadelphia Eagles has more implications than any other team in the entire NFL. When you start the season the way you did in 2023 and end the way you did, and now you go into this, you've lost Jason Kelsey and Fletcher Cox, two massive leaders into retirement.
Taylor Lewan on Get Up. Tonight is the first NFL game in South America and the first international season opening game. Bengals wideout Jamar Chase says he'll be a game-time decision for Sunday's opener against the Patriots because of what he calls an aggravating contract dispute. Chase is listed as questionable. Teammate T. Higgins is doubtful with a sore hamstring. Men's semifinal day at the U.S. Open. Coverage right now on ESPN. About to get started. Number one seed Jannik Sinner against Jack Draper. That'll be followed by the All-American semifinal between Francis Tiafoe and Taylor Fritz.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol, America's #1 brand of shaving cream. Barbasol's thick and rich lather gives you a close, comfortable shave for just half the price of gels. Barbasol.
Who is this guy? Aaron Shafting? What is it? Oh, Schachter? Schachter. Okay. Shack Attack. Schachter. He gets shacked. But I digress. Here we go.
Ready? Yeah. Turn up your radio.
The Aaron Schachter Show on ESPN 690.
I gotta tell you, one of my favorite days of the week, one of them is Friday. I know, I'm going out on a limb. Hot take. Somebody sound the hot take alarm. Is Skip Bayless in town? I like Friday. I'll tell you, I really like Wednesday the most, since you're asking. That's the one that all the smart people like. You take a Wednesday off instead of a 5-day work week or even a 4-day work week. You take a Wednesday off. That's a 2-day work week. It's two 2-day work weeks. You get a mini weekend in the middle, big weekend on the end. That's the week I'm looking for. You know, all these people, all these labor advocates trying to go from 5 days to 4 days. I can get with it. But keep your Friday. Keep your Monday. I don't got a case of the Mondays. I got a case of the Wednesdays. It's even spelled dumb. Wednesday. Who's reading it like that? Why am I getting
just
all...
you.
Why
Nobody else. Just you reading like that, man.
Why am I getting all spiraled up about Wednesday?
Well, it started with that PSA, which is could be
PSA?
hot.
What are you talking about?
It could be a bit hot button for people, so I don't know if you want me to bring it up.
You're talking the COVID spot that just played. Yes.
Yeah, you started spiraling at that point.
I did get a little annoyed. I was like, why are we talking about COVID still? It's like a cold. There's a surge in COVID right now. Shout out, I'm sorry. If there are still elderly who are dealing with significant sickness off of COVID. I apologize for my tone deafness.
It don't sound like you apologetic, but okay.
Let's just say 80% of the humans walking the earth today, if they got COVID, are spending the week annoyed, tired, and coughing.
Oh, 20% of 7 billion. That's a lot of people. I'm saying 80% are annoyed. 20 billion are fighting for their lives. That's a lot.
Sometimes you gotta prune the bush, Brian. You gotta prune the bush.
Well, you sound like Bill Gates out here, man.
Oh, is that who it sounds like?
You sound like that International Economic Forum that always has the scary 1980 footage when they play back something. I'm like, it's 2024, right? Why does it look like 3, 2, 1 contact? Popping up.
It's funny you mentioned Bill Gates. I wanted to do an AI segment today.
I don't want to be a part of that segment.
Because I told you yesterday, I found this story about an AI a huckster, a guy who did a heist on Spotify and all the music streaming services using AI. And then I saw a story that Bill Gates and Microsoft are putting a new feature. It's not a bug. It's not a mistake. It's a feature, Brian, that it will constantly take screenshots of your desktop so that if you ever lose anything on your desktop or forget what you were doing, maybe when you were looking at the internet or something, you can go back and reference your old screenshots. I'm like, how is this not just more invasion of privacy by people? I don't want people looking at my computer. It's my computer.
Yeah.
Forget incognito mode when the computer's snitching on you. I don't need screenshots of that.
Wait, the computer snitches on you on incognito mode?
Not necessarily snitches, but it's taking screenshots.
What's the point of incognito mode then?
So that Google doesn't know where you're going.
Okay.
So that it's not in your internet history. So that suddenly you're on like DisneyWorld.com and you're not getting served ads for marital aids because those are the websites you were looking at yesterday. That's the point of incognito mode.
Marital aids?
You don't know what that means? Go ahead and Google it on the work computer over there.
Oh, why don't you just tell me? You clearly know about this. You've given me a very specific scenario, DisneyKids.com, and then you got
I didn't say anything about kids, Brian. You don't got to get weird about it.
I think Disney, I think kids. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, like most people who also read the word Wednesday and not wedded. What did you even say the word?
It's spelled Wednesday.
Yeah.
What did I tell you earlier today about this first segment, Brian? I said, look, we got stuff to get to today. I don't want to waste time and lollygag. I want to get right into the stuff.
That's our formula, though.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It never happens that way.
Especially during the slow days of the summer. We get into the A block of the 3 o'clock and, hey, it's going to be 16 minutes of anything but sports, but entertaining. And then we get into some sports. Then you tease, we go to break.
Everybody strap in the clown shoes. We've got some silliness on the way. No, for real. We do have football to talk about. Lots of football. Last night, day one of the 2024 season of the NFL, and it was a great game. I'm not sure, Brian, if you got to stay up for the whole thing, but a real thriller to the end. Great matchup or a rematch of the AFC Championship game. I've got some thoughts on it. We'll get to that a little later this hour. We've also got Ducky Bets joining the show in the 4 p.m. hour. We'll talk about where the value bets are for this weekend, if you're still trying to place those on whatever app you tend to peruse and place them on. And speaking of apps that you place wagers on, we can review how fantastically I did with my underdog fantasy picks yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
Spoiler alert. I won none of them. But we'll review the show bet and see where we went wrong. I've also got the latest in wife-girlfriend Sidechick news, and I heard you've got a little survey says for us coming up a little bit later.
You got about 5-6 questions right now. So by the time a little bit later comes up, we'll have the 8 that we need and a 9 that's a tiebreaker. So
Understood. You're working on it. Okay, look, we can't have everything, can we?
Well, we're never going to have survey says done before the show.
I didn't know that was a thing. I
it became a thing. It became a thing now.
I assumed. You know, I'm like one of these guys who goes to a restaurant, and then I sit down and just I'm waiting for my food to come in. I got no idea what's happening in the kitchen.
Okay.
I got no idea how many cooks you got back there. I got no idea who the sous chef is. I got no idea how long it take you to make the flambe. I'm just here shoving it down my gullet. And so when you tell me you start making the food during the dinner, I get a little bit nervous. That's all.
Yeah, think of it like wasabi. Think of it like hibachi, like when you went and helped out the team building.
The Ronald McDonald House charity.
Get a little flat top in front of the people.
Okay.
All right. What you call it? The onion volcano, the little choo-choo. Throw the shrimps in the mouth.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm cooking while I'm entertaining at the same time.
I like the cut of your jib, sir. I like where you're going with your analogy today. All right? You keep it up.
All right.
We got big things for you with analogies like that. I'll tell you that. All right, let's get to the Jaguars news. Why don't we?
Okay.
First of all, before I get to the actual press conference for Doug Pederson, it's Jaguars, Brian. Don't worry about it.
All right.
I want to shout out our guy, John Shipley.
Big Ship.
The exciting guy at Jaguar Report. I want to shout out John Shipley because he wrote a piece that felt like it was pulled out of my mouth.
Well.
The title on the piece, Does it matter who the Jaguars play caller is? Does it matter who the Jaguars play caller is? It doesn't. It's not a thing, Brian.
All right.
Here's the proof. I don't think you have this in my cut sheet today. I'm not sure if this was today or yesterday. Doug Pederson seems like he's giving press conferences every 35 minutes right now. When Doug was asked if he's finally arrived at the decision for who will be calling plays against the Dolphins, a game, Brian, that is taking place in just over 24 hours from now. Just kidding. Yes. No. Yes. Saturday night? Is it Sunday?
What?
The game.
Saturday daytime.
I keep thinking it's a Saturday game. Okay.
I'm sorry. It's Sunday daytime.
It's a Sunday game.
Yeah.
I got you mixed up. A game that's happening in less than 48 hours. Fine. Fine. You would think Doug knows who's calling the dang plays.
No idea.
He says we're not there yet.
Oh.
He says we're not there yet.
Oh.
The media has assigned a narrative to it. They have assigned the gamesmanship narrative to it. They have already said on behalf of Doug, without Doug saying it in a press conference or making a statement, no one else has said it but the media. And I've seen it multiple different places. That's why I'm using the vague media. Some of them are reporters, some of them are bloggers, but they're saying it's gamesmanship. Doug thinks he's got an advantage. And that's why he's not saying who the play caller is. Now, they pulled that from the fact that they asked him if there is an advantage. Doug says yes. But it doesn't mean why he hasn't. That's not necessarily saying that's the reason why he hasn't named the play caller. We don't know the reason. Quite frankly, he may not name it publicly before the game starts. Let me ask you this, Brian. If he doesn't name it before the game starts and he refuses to answer it after the game ends, who's going to check him?
Not to say.
Who's going to check him?
I say wait till they force you to name him.
Can't do nothing.
Game 3.
What are you going to do?
Game 5.
Can't force me.
I may wait till the wild card round.
He can literally look you in your dumb faces in that press pit and go, I don't know. I don't know. Gamesmanship. He's not going to get a follow-up. What's the difference?
Well, if one Aaron, I keep forgetting your middle name. If one Aaron Schachter were
Aloysius would be my middle name.
In those press conferences, there would have already been a follow-up. Listen, my thoughts are this. If Aaron would actually go to any one of these press conferences Doug Pederson is having, you said every 35 minutes?
It seems like it.
Every 35 minutes.
I mean, I'm all for it. I like hearing the coach talk, but, it's been a lot this week.
You would have been forced him with one of your simple, yes, yet common sense filled follow-ups, forced him to just answer the question. And he probably would have said, good question.
I don't believe he would have answered.
Press Taylor's not calling the plays. He's just down here with me.
No, he wouldn't have said that. I don't believe he would have answered. He would have said whatever he wanted to say, but I guarantee it wasn't going to be an answer. I think this was the strategy the whole time.
What's the strategy?
He knows who the play caller is. He's told his boss. He's told the play caller. And he's told Trevor. And they just don't have to say anything else.
Just find out play number 1.
How are you going to find out?
Play 8.
What are you going to do to find out, Brian? What's the litmus test?
I'll get on the phone with TMZ Sports and be like, yo, pay somebody on the Jags.
This is my point, though. Both men will be on the headset. How do you know who's calling the play?
Leaked audio.
You're not going to know. You're not going to know. And quite frankly, when the Jags put up 30 on the Dolphins, we're not going to care.
Well, here's the question then. We don't know. Offense looks better than last year.
Yep.
Press Taylor was calling the plays last year.
Uh-huh.
Offense looks good or better than it did last year.
Yep.
People aren't going to give Press the credit. And if Doug is the guy that you're saying that he is, and I agree with it, like he likes Press, he's trying to protect. I mean, I don't know the words that you use all the time.
He's trying to grow him. He's trying to mentor him. He's trying to give him some experience. Yeah.
People ain't going to give him credit. That will be number one narrative, that you're the unintended consequence of this little cat and mouse game of not answering the question.
Let me ask you this. Who needs to know the credit? Because if you ask me that question, I'd say teams who would potentially hire Press Taylor.
Yeah.
All right, we'll put Dougie down as a reference. They'll give him a ring.
Like Eric Bieniemy did for Andy Reid? Like, no.
Well, he wasn't calling plays.
Wasn't he calling plays?
He was not.
I don't know. He was on the headset.
He was on the headset.
He was making some decisions. He would talk to Pat Mahomes kind of crazy every now and then on the sideline. You'd be like, really? You doing that? Well, but okay. I mean, that's a good point. I mean, I guess, Coach Pederson would.
Maybe he would give him credit, but maybe he would give him credit at that point anyway, publicly.
Fair.
Maybe if it goes well, game one, he's like, yeah, Press was calling those plays.
But, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Maybe if it goes poorly, he'll be like, I don't know, we're still trying to figure it out. Maybe that's why we didn't play well.
We're still having a long conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they did talk to Doug today. They asked him some questions that I enjoyed.
Nice.
By the way, a little ADD moment. Not only did Shipley have a headline that felt like it got pulled out of my mouth, but someone else on Twitter had a tweet that felt like it was directed at me in a very subtle way, which makes me think I'm being conceited, self-absorbed, that maybe it's just a regular tweet because it was subtle. But I read it and I went, this guy would have every reason in the world to try and tweet something to make me feel foolish based on things I've said about him. But then I thought, you know what? He seems like the kind of guy where if that were happening, he would just say it on Twitter.
Oh, he's that blunt. He's that straightforward.
I think
direct.
He is that kind of guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the tweet? Do you have it, or
I'll show you in the break because I don't want to accuse him yet, just because there's like a 60% chance it's got nothing to do with me, and a 40% chance, as far as I'm concerned, where I'm like,
this is terrible odds, by the way.
This is him talking to me.
It feels like it's.
I want your opinion in the break. If you think I'm onto something, I'll say it on the air.
Yeah.
And if you don't, I'm going to keep it to myself and not be embarrassed.
Like just a tweet, or are you going to share the account?
I'll show you. I'll show you what I saw, and I'll ask you your opinion. And then if you are on board with me, we'll bring it back here to the show.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Beef about to start.
We'll see.
Add him to the list.
We'll see. We'll see. And by the way, the beef would be continuing, not about to start.
Way to go.
But we'll see. We'll see. Let's get to the Doug press conference.
Okay.
Because I don't know who asked the questions. I don't really get those anymore. But I did think the first few were pretty good. Pretty good, valuable questions. Decent job, guys. Let's start. What? You don't like the compliments? I'm trying to give them credit.
No, I'm laughing because you don't normally give compliments.
Oh, I'll take the knees out where they earn it, for instance.
Well, you won't do that.
For instance.
You don't do that anymore.
For instance, like one of the questions was, do you think the presence of a veteran like Mitch Morse at center gives more confidence to the guys around him since he's been there, done that? Been there, done what? What is that question? Does a veteran like Mitch Morse give his coworkers, teammates, confidence because he's been there, done that? I mean, if that is the equation, if A plus B equals C, Mr. Reporter, then Frank Gore must have been the best teammate everyone's ever had. Because that dude has been there, done that so many times. He got the T-shirt, burned the T-shirt, bought another one, and sent it to his kid, who's older than you. I don't understand those questions, Brian, but the questions that began the press conference, I was like, all right, I can get with these.
All right.
For instance, Doug, does it take the first game to know how good your team is? Or do you kind of already know the ceiling because of training camp? Now, here's the deal. I know the real answer to this question won't be said in this answer, but I am curious what he does say. It's my belief, Brian, and I'd like yours after mine. Doug knows what this team is and who they are. The coach knows the ceiling of the team. Now, maybe some of them see it through rose-colored glasses of optimism. Maybe some are pessimists. But I think all coaches kind of know the range within their players can perform. Thoughts?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that they have a good benchmark on where most of these guys are individually, where the units could potentially be at their very best. But you're right. There could be an outlier. There could be somebody that catches fire. We don't know. But overall, yeah, I think that they kind of got, we know what we are and what we think we could grow these guys into.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think if you watched the game last night.
But by the way, you always laugh now during pauses because you think I'm about to jump in there and scream something. But I'm telling you, I don't mind that pause.
No.
Sometimes guys are just looking for the words. That's okay. Now, when you're asking about something that should be right at the top of the head and you're looking for words, I go, well, there's a lie, no matter what comes next.
So you think right now it's a lie. But
No.
you said that. He's not going to say the right. Yeah.
I don't think this is the same situation as, what do you like about player X? And he goes, that, to me, is different than they go, do you know how good your team is, or do you need to see the first game? I think he's looking for a gentle way to say, I know who these guys are. But if he says that, what he's doing is putting the message across, there is no room for growth.
Interesting.
I don't think he wants that message. So I think he's going to finagle his way out of that. That's what I think this hemming and hawing is. I don't think it's an outright, oh my God, what do I do next? I got to lie. I think it's a, how do I say this without really saying it?
You're going to love this.
Let's see what he says.
Yeah.
Does Baltimore
Okay, I started to change my mind a little bit. You know how I like to be fickle. Let's go back to the beginning because we are, let's see, 12 seconds
There you
in.
go. Yeah.
And we got like 3 deep breaths, 2 sighs, and not many words here. Okay, one more time.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think if you watched the game last night,
Pause. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yo, I want to know which player or players ran through his mind on that final pause. Because he was about to go into an answer, and something popped in his head. He was like, hold on. Hold on, let me.
Well, maybe it was players from last night's game. That's what he's talking about, apparently, because they asked him about his team, and he's like, did you see the Chiefs and the Ravens?
You watched the game last night,
oh, man.
Does Baltimore, Kansas City think? I think in their minds, they think they're a good football team. I think everybody week one thinks they're a good football team.
Okay.
And so it gives you confidence, obviously, going into the game.
Yeah.
And going into these early games. But you still have to go execute. You still have to go play and perform and, eliminate mistakes.
Accurate.
And you're going to have to overcome adversity and all of that. But I think in your mind going into it, you feel good about where you're at. And
Doug, quick follow-up. Can you please answer the literal question you were asked? Is that possible? Thank you, buddy. Does it take the first game to know how good your team is, or do you kind of already know the ceiling? Doug says, got to go out and execute. I guess what he's saying is you think you know, but the guys could still put a turd up. What is he saying there?
Did you see that Lamar Jackson? Did you see that Patrick Mahomes game yesterday? Like, what?
Well, I understand what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, look, both those teams think they're going to win the championship, and obviously one of them or both of them may not. But that's not what we're saying. We just want to know, do you feel like you know who they are, or do they still have more to prove to you? Just answer the question. Yeah, that one's on Doug. Decent question, though. Because it forced him. It forced him into an uncomfortable answer. And that's the thing. If you're going to have tight-lipped organizational guys like the head coach and the GM refusing to give you news, put them on the spot. Make that the news.
And Aaron, I will say again, because I do edit these like I guess I'm over in news, but that was the very first question. And you know how when the coaches first come in, there's always a little bit of, sometimes there's a bit of a giggle. There's a little bit of a back and forth, maybe 5 or 10 seconds.
A little informal. Hey, guys.
That happened. There was a little bit of a giggle. Mm-hmm. This person, mid-crowd giggle, gets into that question.
So you're saying this was like I got to get to business immediately question.
He was like, hey, man, listen. Does this team suck or not? Do you know that or not? And I was like, okay. So, well done.
All right, question 2. Since you want to mention last night's game, Doug, the last night's game, put any thought in your head about how much you need to reinforce to the offensive linemen? Hey, it looks like the refs are calling a lot more false starts this year. The reporter actually say false start?
Yeah.
That's great reporting. It wasn't a false start. It was illegal formation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to the point, I think Ronnie Stanley got 15 flags thrown at him or something. It was nuts.
Yeah.
It was insane. And then shout out to Jawan Taylor, who continues to get penalized in these games. Jeez. That dude loves a flag, man. All right. Are you talking to the offensive lineman about last night?
Yes. It's interesting. I think it was the Tampa Bay game here preseason where
it's interesting. I didn't know whistles could blow that much.
It's the message from the officials when I meet with them, 90 minutes before the game. it's one of the things that we discuss as head coach to official and vice versa is, the offensive line, and they're actually getting to the point now where it's almost like the first warning, right, is now in the dressing room. So, and rightfully so, because now it's on us as coaches to make sure that our players are, playing by the rules.
Yeah, I saw Harbaugh last night on the sideline losing his freaking mind. There was one drive where I think we saw 2 or 3 penalties in a row on Staley, and he's just like, he's screaming at him from the sidelines, just tell him to move up. What is he doing? Just
Please.
Move up. Poor Lamar Jackson throwing dimes downfield, getting called back. Move him up. I have a feeling week 1 is going to be a bit messy when it comes to that.
Yeah.
It seems like the refs are looking to make examples out there. But last night should be the warning to everyone, right? Like, there shouldn't be anything close to what we saw last night happening.
Well.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Daniel Thomas, what's his week been like? Is he going to play Sunday? We mentioned Daniel yesterday, draft class of 2020.
He's progressed. We had a plan for him to, work himself back into practice. We got another day today and see where he's at. But we're optimistic and hopeful that he can play.
Not really a but when you say optimistic and hopeful.
Yeah.
That's an and. When you say but, you're going in the opposite direction, Doug. A little false start on his part right there. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Another guy making news today, Jalen Ramsey. He got the bag.
Yeah.
We can talk about that when we come back in specifics. Highest paid corner, though. But his status is up in the air for week 1. So he's dealing with an injury. They asked Mike McDaniel a little earlier today. They asked a couple of the coaches over at Miami, and they're like, look, we're hoping he could be out here today. We don't know if he's going to be able to play Sunday. So then they followed up with Doug. They were like, hey, man, how much does that impact play calling when a guy like Jalen Ramsey isn't on the field?
Obviously, if Jalen does play, great player, and you just...
Whoa.
Is it breaking news sounder?
Whoa. Doug, chill out, bro. Chill out. All right, we're a radio show. It's not a hot taking Festivus here. All right.
Obviously, if Jalen does play, great player, and you just... Like I said the other day, you just got to be mindful and aware of where he's at. We know he potentially, on our right and all that, but a lot of times too, they take top corners and they match top receivers. We're probably not going to get that this week, but you do as a quarterback. You understand. You just give it one last peek over there. So it doesn't really change your game plan. Or your strategy or how you want to attack an opponent, whether it's a seasoned veteran like him or even a rookie. I think you still have to go execute and play. And
all right, we get it. You have to execute and play, but do you execute more on that side or not? I also get him not wanting to answer that question, by the way. It's like, all right, we all know. You go after rookies as corners. You stay away from the ball hawks. It's understood.
Yeah.
So I get him not wanting to answer it. But come on, 35 seconds on a non-answer, then you get to it. You're like, nah, doesn't change the game plan. Okay. I don't know. Something feels different about Doug this year.
How so?
I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it yet.
Good or bad? Or you can't even put your finger on that?
Honestly, I really don't know. Huh. It's a different vibe. 2 years ago, it felt like a very Mr. Rogers vibe with the media.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Last year, it was tepid. It got a little nasty, I think, at times when the collapse was happening. He was kind of frustrated and tired. Obviously, he didn't want to answer all these same questions over and over again when he knew there was not much he could do to help his team out. This year, it feels a little more snark. It feels a little more evasive.
Kurt.
Not yet.
Oh, my goodness. You're going to let me use Kurt one day. This is the second time you done shut down Kurt in one of these conversations.
He's not there yet.
Yeah, he actually isn't Kurt. You're
Kurt
right.
is a little bit more disrespectful. But I think he's elusive. A little more elusive than he had been. And I wonder if it's a couple of these stories coming back to bite him, like the play calling thing. It's no Urban Meyer scandal. It's no Jack Del Rio Axe in the Woods scandal. But it's been plaguing him a little bit. It's been a distraction. He's got to answer the question every time he goes out there. Who's calling the plays, Doug? Who's calling the plays? 904-362-9901. Do you want to call the plays? Give us a call. We'll put you up. 904 362-9901 if you want to call plays for the Jaguars this season. Back in a minute on ESPN 690.
Now, the First Alert Forecast on ESPN 690.
A mix of clouds and sun will give way to heavy showers and thunderstorms, especially this afternoon and evening, with highs in the 80s, dropping into the 70s tonight. And we start out your weekend with cloudy skies for your Saturday, with showers at times and a few thunderstorms through the day. Highs near 85. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. Join me today beginning at 5 p.m. on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds, proud to offer a huge selection of both lab-grown and natural diamonds at the lowest prices guaranteed.
Jaguars football is right around the corner. New players, existing superstars, and a great home schedule have optimism at an all-time high. Tailgaters delivers a premium experience every game. Tailgaters parking is right across the street from Everbank Stadium. Tailgaters offers clean, permanent restrooms, a full-service bar and grill. All parking spots are on well-kept grass lots. Demand is high, so spaces are very limited. Get your Jaguars season parking today at tailgatorsparking.com. Don't wait and miss out. Go to tailgatorsparking.com.
Hey guys, it's Aaron from the Aaron Schachter Show, and I've just linked up with my friends over at Underdog Fantasy. Over 1 million fans got in the game with Underdog last year, so I was hoping to be one of those people. But what you learn so quickly is that Underdog isn't just about football. So many things are going down in the Underdog Fantasy app. I hopped on the app and I realized that they had projected stats for the hot dog eating contest. So I was pretty sure that Joey Chestnut was going to go above his projection, and I was pretty sure Kobayashi was going higher than his projection. Made a quick little $15 on a hot dog eating contest. What a world. Listen, man, Underdog is super fun to play, and it's easy to get started. Go to their easy-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with the promo code TASS, and Underdog's going to give you a special to use on your first contest and a deposit offer. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code TASS, to claim your new customer offer of a mystery special, plus a first-time deposit offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
When I say Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned has big selection, I mean it's huge. Not over 100, not even 500. Over 600 vehicles all in one location. Arlington Pre-Owned even has 125 vehicles under $18,000. Plus, you get 60 days to love it or exchange it. 60 days. And Arlington's Credit for Everyone program is here to help you get financed. Shop Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned today. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard or at arlingtontoyota.com.
Hey, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Bruce. We're the owners of Koala Insulation. Did you know that according to the Department of Energy, heating and cooling account for almost half of the home's energy use and expense? We started our insulation business because we wanted to help people save money on those energy bills and live a healthier life.
Schedule a free evaluation today at koalainsulation.com.
Koala Insulation. Clean, knowledgeable, and trusted.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I have a serious heart condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, or HCM. Some symptoms include being short of breath, feeling tired, or having dizziness or chest pain. I still had symptoms on my beta blocker, so I asked my cardiologist about any treatment advances. It was a breakthrough for me. That's why I'm working with Bristol Myers Squibb to raise awareness about HCM and to help others like me. Talk to your cardiologist today and visit hcmrealtalk.com for more information.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
10. Nice work. Thanks. Taking Nugenix Total T makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas, right?
Yes.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yes. Nugenix is a great way to feel stronger with more energy and endurance. And as Frank says, she'll like it too.
Text RADIO to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix. Text RADIO to 321-321. That's RADIO to 321-321.
Hey, you.
What's good, my boy?
Connect with us on Instagram. Search for @ESPN690Jax and check out the latest sports news. We're ESPN 690.
What?
We are ESPN 690.
Just as long as you're tracking.
Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Aaron Schachter Show. 904-362-9901. You know how we do. You know how we do. Brian, I showed you that tweet in the break. You kind of gave me the response I gave myself. It's
the more I think about it, the more explanation. You're
really
leaning.
got beef.
No. You really got beef.
You think it's real?
Ain't that something?
You think it's directed at me?
Yo, that's wild, man.
I don't think it's directed at me.
Hey, don't walk up on me crazy at the press box. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm going to be like, I don't know nothing about nothing.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep an eye out on that Twitter feed. I'll see if it's beef or not.
I can't believe you really got beef with Jacksonville sports media.
I am known for beefing when there has no beef to be had.
Ah, got you.
But if someone's going to indulge me,
if
someone's going to engage, that's kind of fun.
Oh, boy.
We could do that.
Is that fun?
We could do that. You know what else is fun?
What?
Hearing from some of our favorite people around the country, and that includes all the folks out in Cumberland Federal Penitentiary.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you want.
Order in the court.
This is so extra.
What up, Naya? Welcome back to the show.
Whoa, what's up, bro?
How's it going, man? We didn't get to speak to you last week.
I know, man. I know.
Things
got a little rough. You feel me?
Yeah. We always get a real concern. I don't know about Brian. I don't want to speak for Brian. I don't want to assign feelings to Brian. He's not feeling. I'm just saying, whenever we don't hear from you on the radio, I always get very nervous. You know, when I'm off the radio, maybe it's a meeting or something. Brian's off the radio. Maybe he's got a doctor's appointment. When Naya's off the radio, you start to get worried. Is he an ad seg? Where's Naya at?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I heard you right when when y'all had the survey, right?
Yeah.
And you said, man, you think you gonna call in? I just couldn't call in Friday.
All good. I'm not trying to get you in trouble, man. You do your thing. We whenever we have Naya join the show, it's always great. For those who don't know, Naya calling us from Cumberland Federal Penitentiary. He's a big Aaron Schachter Show fan. Is part of the reason why they locked him up to begin with. And when he comes out, he says he's going to live on Brian's couch. So we're all excited for that. Naya, you excited about the football season kicking off, man? Jaguars taking on the Dolphins this weekend. Is that all about? Are you all about it?
Man, you already know, man. Ain't no question, man. I'm ready, man. I'm pumped. I'm ready, man. Straight up, man. So,
what's your prediction? What do you think's going to happen in the game?
I've been watching all these pundits and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody taking Miami. You know what I'm saying? A few people taking us, but I think for real. I think it's about to be we gonna go out there, man, and we go shine. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but we go finally put on, man. Coming out party, man.
I could get with that.
Brian Thomas, Gabe Davis.
I'm
good, bro. I'm good.
Oh. All right.
I said I'm good, bro.
He's good.
Yeah. My bad, man.
Ooh. All right. Yeah. I'm nervous for you, Naya. Naya, how much time you got left?
Oh man, I got a life sentence, bro.
I didn't know it was a life sentence. I thought you were getting out a couple of years. All right, you got some time on you. What am I worried about? You got all day.
Yeah, I got life plus 20, man. And right now I'm waiting on this sentence modification.
Life plus 20?
I've been down 14.
How they give you life and then 20 after that?
Man, you tell me, man. Straight up, man. They do what they do out here in Maryland, man.
Yeah, that math doesn't really work,
right?
Yeah.
See, it's not the federal opinion. It's not the federal. North Branch Correctional Institution, NBCI. You can Google that.
I feel like I've heard of North Prince. Actually, is there Is there a famous inmate there? I feel like I've heard of North Prince Penitentiary.
North Branch, yeah. Yeah, North Branch Correctional Institution. It's it's the only Ultramax in the state of Maryland.
Interesting. You get a lot of time outside or not really?
Yeah, we do now. Now they on some other stuff now, so you only getting 2 hours out the day, so you get 1 hour in the yard. Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah, it's tough now.
So what do you do with your time over there?
Yeah. No question.
What do you do with your time over there?
Yeah, be cool, and I read a lot. You feel me? Me and my guys, we get together. You know, I work up in the kitchen and all that, man. So we do a lot of politicking and all that, man.
All right. Making a life out of it.
Going and all that.
Yeah.
Ain't no question.
No doubt.
One thing I wanted, right? I say I missed out because I didn't get to hear your picks for the game last week, right? But we got these tickets up in here, man, and I be playing these tickets, man. I wanted to run down some picks with y'all real quick, man.
Okay.
Go ahead and I want to play this for you. So tell me what your picks is and all that, man. What you think with Green Bay and Philly? That's a pick 3. What you feeling on that?
It's an interesting game because it's really not a home game for either team, right? You got Green Bay with a high-powered offense and a decent defense. You got Philly, who way underperformed last year as far as the offense is concerned. They did load up in the offseason with Saquon Barkley and Jahan Dotson, but they did lose Jason Kelsey, maybe one of the best centers in the league. Offensive line getting a little bit older. That's a tough one, man. If I had to pick, what's on the line with you over there with those tickets? Is this money? Is this commissary? What's on the line over there?
Oh, yeah, man. Stamps, man.
All right.
Stamps. We do stamps.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to pick with the spread, or you're just picking a winner?
Yeah, you got to pick with the spread. It's a pick 3.
Yeah. I think I'd go Eagles. I'd go Eagles. I believe in Jalen Hurts more than I believe in Jordan Love. I don't necessarily love the whole Packers having 4 number 1 wide receivers, but no number 2, 3, or 4 wide receivers. I'm not really a believer in Josh Jacobs on that team yet until I see him perform with his new team. And the defense was just good enough last year, but I don't know if they're good enough to hold down A.J. Brown, Jahan Dotson, Devonta Smith, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, Dallas Goedert. I mean, the Eagles are loaded.
Yeah.
Loaded.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
That's true.
Well, if you get it wrong,
right,
don't come for me. Come for Brian.
One, right?
No, go ahead.
No. We ain't gonna do that. Another one, right?
Yeah.
Let's take that Houston and Indy game. That's another pick 3.
Yeah.
Houston and Indy.
This is in Indy, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Right.
I think I'm pretty sure the entire world is on Houston for this game. And so that kind of makes me want to lean on Indy for the game, but I just don't think Indianapolis is going to be a good team. And quite frankly, I actually think they're going to be almost as bad as Tennessee this year. Not a lot of people are saying that. I think a lot of people have them in that Jaguars universe, around 8 or 9 wins for the season. Right. Shane Steichen getting a lot of credit for being a brilliant offensive mind. Anthony Richardson is obviously a giant beast. You got Jonathan Taylor finally healthy after the last 2 years. Michael Pittman on a new contract. All that is great. I just don't see it coming together for Anthony Richardson through the air. I don't trust him as a passer yet. I haven't seen him do it. Didn't do it at Florida. Didn't do it really last year in his 4 games with the Colts. I do believe in the Texans as an offense. I just don't believe in the hype surrounding them. So as much as I'd love to tell you that the Texans are garbage and you shouldn't take them in this game, I would if I was making the bet.
All right, 2 more coming.
All
right. So we already know we go take. I ain't gonna put the Jacksonville on there. I ain't gonna do that game.
Okay.
Let's go Minnesota, New York Giants.
Yeah, man. I find it hard to believe that the New York Giants would win more than 3 games this year, if I'm being honest. I think that is one of the worst teams in the NFL with one of the worst offensive lines. Quite frankly, they should write New England a thank you note. Because if New England didn't exist, the Giants would be the absolute embarrassment in the NFL. The only saving grace for Joe Shane, Brian Daboll, and the New York Giants is that after they put in this putrid season, they'll have their pick of Shedeur Sanders or Carson Beck in the draft. Outside of that, this is going to be a real depressing season for any Giants fan, I think.
All right, so we already know. Now let's go let's go ahead and take this Sunday night game. The Rams against Detroit.
That's a big game. That's a big game. Brian, you got to take on this game? Because I'm kind of split on this one, if I'm being honest.
Where's it at again? It's in Detroit.
I think it's in Detroit.
It's in Detroit.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Detroit, man.
You like Detroit?
Yeah, they're not a dark horse for me. I think they're is it a light horse? Is that a term? I just think that they're
snow bunny horse?
Yeah, I think they're a snow bunny pearl horse, and I think they're going to be a problem starting week 1. So, yeah, I would go Detroit on that one.
I don't ever want to count out a healthy Matt Stafford. The dude's a surefire Hall of Famer. He's proved everyone wrong time and time again. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, a 1-2 punch.
Like here we go, Mario.
Cooper Nacua. Those two guys are a 1-2 punch. You got Kyron Williams in the backfield. There are lots of reasons to believe in the Rams. Sean McVay calling plays, but I think I might be with you. I think Detroit might have too many weapons, and I'm big on Jahmyr Gibbs this year, so I think I'd go Detroit too.
Bet. All right, I got my picks and turn this ticket in today, right?
Awesome.
I say another thing, right? I wanted to get this out, man. I think it's crazy that they allow Rashee Rice to play the game.
Yeah, this is.
And I don't think that he's not on the exempt list.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah, this is interesting because this was making the rounds last night. Everyone was like, how is this dude playing and thriving in this game? And he sure did, man. He looked amazing last night. The deal is this. The case I guess it was in Dallas, the case in Texas is not going to happen for a while. As a matter of fact, the pretrial stuff I don't believe has even happened. The case is now slated to possibly begin in December. And so Rashee Rice, being a millionaire, can pay lawyers to file motions and delay that case until after January. 1 month of a delay is not a big deal in the world of courts, as you might know from having your own court dates, Naya. So the reality is, if they're not going to get to the case, if he's not going to enter a guilty plea, if he's not going to be found guilty, then the league can't punish him. Or they can. They're choosing not to. They want to wait until the whole case wraps up. And so essentially, I think what everyone is believing is that Rashee Rice will have the whole season. He'll establish himself as a superstar receiver. He will then either plea out as soon as the season is done or go through with the case and then probably be found guilty because clearly the dude was guilty, running away from the scene. And then he'll take his suspension, whether that's 8 games or what, and just come back next year as a star receiver who was suspended. But no, it looks like he's going to play all season. And I'm with you. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, I think it's crazy, man, because I think they're just trying to do that for the 3-peat.
Oh, conspiracy. Interesting. You think Goodell's in on it?
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, of course, man.
Okay.
Of course.
Well, there are reasons to believe that, Naya. They had all these plays that weren't getting called on the Chiefs last night at the line, except for Javon Taylor, who loves to get flags called on him. But all kinds of offsides weren't getting called last night. So I definitely feel you on the Chiefs-spiracy, man. I feel you on that.
Chiefs-spiracy.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's right.
Come on, man. That's what it is, man. Ain't no way in hell he's supposed to be out there playing, man. I'm talking, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because the boy, the young rookie for Cleveland, he got a domestic violence charge.
Yep.
That happened he got drafted in April. They already put him on the list.
Yep.
You feel me? He didn't get for that. This stuff happened in March, man.
I feel like the same thing happened to Braswell when he was here. He got put on that commissioner's list. I don't remember a court case or anything or a plea deal or anything like that. It just was what it was. But I assume there is. I'm assuming there's just something we're missing there because I think the players would sue if they were each handled differently.
Man, it's big money, man. It's all about that money, man.
Yeah. In any case, Naya, it was a great call, man. Thank you so much for joining the show this week. We look forward to hearing from you again next week and for the next 10 to 25, if I'm quite frank.
Already, man.
All right, see you, man.
Better believe it. Shout out to all the Jaguar fans, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
All right. Shout out to Naya. Love when that dude joins the show. I get such a rush out of it. That's great.
Came back strong, man.
Sometimes you got to separate the art from the artist. You know what I mean?
Came back strong.
I just get worried when I hear him yelling at someone behind him.
He didn't yell.
Oh, who's trying to come in the celly? Watch out.
Hey, he wasn't yelling.
All right.
He just talked to him regular voice, man. He just
you don't
naturally strong voiced it.
You don't want to insult a pod boss or anything like that, Brian.
Oh, I forgot. What's your conjugary? What did we do the mafia?
You talking about conjugal visits? What?
Nah, but what did we call it? Camaraderie?
Oh, no. You're talking the consigliere.
What? Excuse me?
The consigliere.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
The advisor.
Yeah. So now you know about pod bosses too, huh?
Yeah,
you been watching Oz?
Pod bosses.
What you been watching, my boy?
48 hours and 60 days in. Love me some 60 days in.
Oh, man, what? Do you know the one guy, he is he wasn't a cop. He's
a mall cop.
No, he's in the corrections officer. I think his name was Tony. Black
Okay,
dude,
CO
Tony.
yeah.
Do you know about him?
Yeah.
Who played it so well?
I watched the whole season, yeah.
People were like, hey, man, thank goodness he chose the right path.
Yes.
He was running.
Yeah, he ended up becoming a pod boss, yes.
One of my favorite. He's one of my favorite
That
characters.
was one of the best seasons.
Yeah.
It was great. Great show if anyone wants to watch 60 Days In. It's streaming everywhere. All right, the Aaron Schachter Show. Quick break, 904-362-9901. Back in a few minutes on ESPN 690 with stuff. I have no idea. We'll see.
This is Kevin Harlan from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner and I will wrap up NFL Week 1 action with the Jets at the 49ers. New York awaits the return of Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, while the 49ers hope to kick off a season headed back to the Super Bowl. Join us on Monday Night Football.
Jacksonville's home for Monday Night Football is right here on ESPN 690.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Pouring down in the rinse straight.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Okay, boss, there's the back door.
You're sure this business don't have Safe Touch security?
Positive.
What the heck is that?
It's my new impact drill I got for my birthday. Might help us if we run into a business with Safe Touch security.
Okay, you know we don't go near Safe Touch businesses. Besides, how would you expect your little doohickey to get us past Safe Touch Security's video monitoring, two-way communicator, and rapid response time? Now what do you have?
My new night vision goggles. With these babies, I can see Safe Touch signs from blocks away.
Huh. Gotta say, that's pretty genius.
Really?
Well, yeah. I'm always on board if it helps with the Crooks of Us Golden Rule. Stay away from Safe Touch houses.
And businesses.
All right, MacGyver, let's go.
No alarm system gives you peace of mind like Safe Touch. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson of Safe Touch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our price.
Right now, state-of-the-art Safe Touch security systems are up to 50% off. Call now, 888-723-8682, or go to safetouch.com. State license EF 2000-1945.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Hey, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Bruce. We're the owners of Koala Insulation. Did you know that according to the Department of Energy, heating and cooling account for almost half of the home's energy use and expense? We started our insulation business because we wanted to help people save money on those energy bills and live a healthier life.
Schedule a free evaluation today at koalainsulation.com.
Koala Insulation. Clean, knowledgeable, and trusted.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as, bro.
And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
Stop what you're doing, because right now, Kohl's is giving away millions in instant Kohl's Cash in stores for free. You heard that right. This weekend is their Kohl's Cash Ultimate Giveaway. Plus, get 3 days of deals in store and online. Yep, you definitely don't want to miss this. So hurry to Kohl's today, before it's too late. Kohl's Cash Giveaway valid in-store only. Redeemable only that day. Some exclusions apply while supplies last. Ends September 8th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
ESPN.com is your home for all things ESPN 690. Find shows, podcasts, Florida State Seminoles football, contests, and more at ESPN690.com. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
Brian, we got to figure this out. We asked Naya when we originally met him what he was in for.
We doing this? Okay. All right.
I'm just saying,
go ahead, man.
I don't necessarily understand, is what I'm saying.
You don't understand what?
I got to ask him next time how you get the other 20 on top of life. That's wild to me.
Well, Naya seems pretty honest. I feel like he's going to answer your question.
Yeah, of course.
So
he sounds like he's come to terms with all of it.
Yeah.
You got to, I imagine. If you get life plus 20, just sitting there holding on to what was, sounds like it's a recipe for disaster. You got to embrace a new life.
Some people say you got to fight, though, man. You got to fight every day in order to try to see if there's a way around this, man. You know, there's someone in the law library. There's always someone who's like a what do you call it? A prisoner lawyer.
I think you've been watching a couple of too many movies. I feel like...
You want a mic on?
No, she said she was going to sit there and be quiet. She said she was going to sit and be quiet.
Michelle, you just missed him.
Jailhouse lawyer.
Yeah, there you go. Jailhouse lawyer.
Can I give you a little bit of ADD here for a second? A little bit of ADD moment here, because we only have another minute or two before we got to take another break. So as I'm sitting here in the break, looking at the phone, I'm looking at a Facebook request I got from a coworker. And you know what the sports freak does?
What's that?
She made it about herself.
I did not.
She's sitting here going, I didn't get a friend request. I was like, geez, Michelle, it's not about you.
And you don't have a Facebook up, do you? Do you even have a Facebook?
She hides it from her coworkers.
Oh.
No,
she doesn't
I
want
don't.
people to see.
You can literally, it's right there.
She's probably got all kinds of videos of her dancing on tabletops and stuff.
No.
What? You know how it goes, Brian. You know how people like Michelle are.
I do have a bikini picture, but.
Okay. No hotkeys, Brian?
No, I'm letting the people hear.
No
hotkeys? What exactly is the Facebook? What exactly is the Facebook page? How can people contact this Facebook page?
All right.
It's where she puts all her thirst traps.
No, they're not.
Oh.
It was from Mexico. I showed you my pictures from Mexico, Brian.
Avocados from Mexico.
I did.
The one with me with the pirate. I was in my bathing suit.
Hey, killing it, man. Killing
Oh,
it.
it must not have impacted you if you're not remembering. It seems like it was a very forgetful picture,
No,
Brian.
here's the deal. HR is a thing, and we all work together.
It's for the show.
And I didn't know it was actually that picture she was talking about. So, yes, I did see it.
For the
She was
show.
killing it. I just said she killed it.
Thank you.
Killed what? Your appetite?
It's the sound effect machine. You play right into it, man. It's the... I can't even...
We haven't even said hello to the sports freak. I'm already killing. Hello, Michelle.
Ahoy, matey.
You got to fight back. You got to fight back, Thibodeau. At this point, you got to fight back. Go on the offense.
It's all about me.
I'm sorry, Michelle.
No, you're not.
I'm
no,
very-
you're not. You're not at all. You're just saying that. Thank you.
I am sorry.
hate that
I don't,
hockey.
you know what? I don't intend to give you a problem the second you walk in here. It's
Yes,
just,
you do.
No.
Yes, you do.
No.
There was breaking news the other day. I ran in the control room. You're like, can you give us a minute? And I'm like, there's stuff going on. Like, I need to find Chase. And you're like, can you give us a minute? Meaning you and Brian. Like, I walked in on some secret conversation while, like, stuff is, like, while there's shootings going on in the world and stuff. Like,
all right. You didn't really state your business when you busted into his control room. Me and him were in the middle of a personal conversation or whatever it was. That's all. What if we were talking about you? We don't want you to hear it.
Jeez.
What? I'm saying. I can't sit there and talk about Thibodeau with her standing right next to me.
You don't talk about me.
Like right now. All right, Brian, we'll let you go to break. It's the Aaron Schachter Show. 904-362-9901. When we come back in the 4 o'clock hour, Ducky Bets, Survey Says, and the latest in wife-girlfriend Sidechick news on the Aaron Schachter Show.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
Main office, Jacksonville.
Studio wants to make a movie of our podcast.
Don't miss the new season of the Hulu original Only Murders in the Building.
We're going to Hollywood.
We have a fabulous cast.
Eugene Levy.
Eva Longoria.
And Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, yes, Zach Galifianakis, of course.
Starring Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez.
This is box office gold.
We'll take it from here.
You got this?
We're not children. And can you open this snack? My assistant's not here.
The Hulu original series Only Murders in the Building, Season 4. New episodes Tuesdays, streaming on Hulu.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like North America's #1 home fire safety brand, Kidda. Because on a day full of football sounds you love, like fight songs, roaring crowds, and your favorite commentators...
Like me, Kirk Herbstreit.
The last sound you want to hear is... Defend your game time with Kidda and the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Based on total household installations as of December 2023.
Rich Jones here. If you're an investor who's interested in doing well while doing good, getting solid returns on your investments while making a positive impact, consider investment funds with DLP Capital. Here's Don Winter, CEO of DLP Real Estate Capital, to tell you more.
With the current housing shortage in the U.S., investing in real estate, especially workforce housing, is one of the safest and most reliable places to invest. We invest in affordable housing for hardworking people and generate amazing returns for each of our investors.
To get your investor's guide and find out more, dial ** Invest from your cell phone or visit highyieldreturns.net.
Are you passionate about addressing health disparities and improving the health of your neighbors? Raise funds for life-saving research and inspire change for the chance to be named the American Heart Association's First Coast Leaders of Impact winner. Contact AHA First Coast at heart.org to nominate yourself or a local changemaker.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. Kansas City one night, Sao Paulo the next night. The Eagles and Packers play their opener in Brazil tonight. Might be tough to top last night's toe tapper featuring the Chiefs and Ravens. Baltimore quarterback Lamar Jackson.
The whole game gave me encouragement, because I believe our guys were fighting. Unfortunately, we had penalties every time we had almost an explosive. Every time we had an explosive, we had a penalty right after that. So it was like, it's hard to get in the groove. Our offense battled. And we battled third and fourth quarter.
Lamar Jackson, Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson says he could be a game-time decision Sunday against the Falcons with a calf injury. Wilson was very limited in today's practice. Colts wideout Josh Downs out for Sunday's opener against the Texans, still recovering from a high ankle sprain. Raiders edge rusher Malcolm Kuntz is out Sunday against the Chargers with a knee injury. The Phillies put third baseman Alec Boehm on the injured list today with a left hand strain. He's missed the last 6 games for the Phils.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, coming up Monday, week 1 in the NFL, college football, and of course, Major League Baseball. And I'll recap it all in my Upon Further Review at 7 a.m. Eastern. It's unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home for cash without the stress of listing your home on the market. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. One of our clients, KR, said, "We sold our home for substantially more than we paid, and we were able to move quickly. Thank you, Mark Spain Real Estate." Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and find out what your guaranteed offer will be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Are you new to Jacksonville or just looking for the best care for your pet? Forever Vets will give you peace of mind knowing your pet is being treated like family. Whether it's yearly checkups, urgent care, or boarding at one of our premier pet resorts, your fur baby will always receive the best care from our skilled and compassionate staff at Forever Vet. With multiple locations around Jacksonville, it won't be too hard to find one near you. Go to forevervets.com to find a location, as well as a list of services offered, including a wellness plan, so your fur baby is always covered. Visit forevervets.com today.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a dust bunny breeder from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Steve Johnson. Welcome to the show, Steve.
It's great to be here, Alex.
Yeah, you don't have to answer in the form of a question, Steve.
What is this game show?
See, that's another question.
Are you going to ask me about air conditioners?
Yeah, okay. How about we just send the Bueller guys over and you can annoy them with all your questions? Johnny?
That's right, Steve. Bueller Air and Plumbing can answer all your air conditioning questions, repair options, replacement models, and how to make your AC last longer while saving electricity, making sure you are cool.
Where is the parking lot?
You're killing me, Steve.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Bet live with Hard Rock Bet. Real-time wagering till the very last play. Missing the kickoff doesn't mean all bets are off.
Delay a game on the guy who hasn't bet yet.
Sometimes you just know your team is going to come back. The sportsbook for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Live from the Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. Who is this guy? Aaron Shafting? What is it? Oh, Schachter? Schachter. Okay. Shack Attack. Schachter. He gets shacked. But I digress. Here we go.
Ready? Yeah. Turn off your radio.
The Aaron Schachter Show on ESPN 690.
Welcome back. It's the Aaron Schachter Show. Sports freak Michelle Thibodeau got very nervous that we took so long to get back in. You should have done the intro. I would have let you go. Mike's not even on. Call yourself a professional.
We have a producer. Or you to have a producer.
I mean, you got buttons.
I know.
Can't do nothing for yourself, huh?
Okay.
All right.
I'm good.
That's fine. I thought you were going to open the show. Go ahead.
Welcome back to the Aaron Schachter Show. We got Ducky Bets on the line. What's his name?
Ducky Bets has passed away.
That's right, 4 months ago.
Ducky Bets is alive and well and on the phone right now. Welcome to the Aaron Schachter Show. The one and only winged one, the money-making mallard, Ducky Bets. How you doing, Duck?
Ducky Bets is crazy. I'm not going to lie, man.
Ducky Bets passed away this year, actually, in April.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we found that out in the commercial break.
Never heard of him. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, Ducky Bets, Southern Rock legend, my friend.
Oh,
you don't even know where your name comes from.
No, I don't. I'm a millennial, man. I don't know if he's past my time or something, man, but yeah. Whatever.
Well, you can find Ducky Bets and all his millennial content on X at Ducky_Bets or at Patreon, where the Duck Pond is located. You can go patreon.com/duckpond to find out everything you need to wager in this weekend's games. Duck, you still doing kicker props or no?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing kicker props all year. I just got to load them up. I usually do it by like week 3, week 4.
No doubt.
There's more data, you know.
No doubt. Anything interesting popping out at you this weekend before we get into the games themselves? Any of these player props popping out at you? I like me a good player prop.
Yeah, listen, before we start, I just have to say, it was so nice of you guys to have Doug Pederson on here opening the show for me, Like, it was so nice of you guys. Next time you're on with him, man, just tell him, Ducky said.
Sure.
Big fan, has a decent amount of Doug Bucks on him this year.
You have Duck Bucks on Doug. Okay.
Yep, yes, I do.
Very cool.
Definitely for tonight, one player prop I actually am betting tonight is Josh Jacobs to score. It's plus money everywhere, pretty much.
Interesting.
I've seen it at plus 110, plus 105. Like, it's low plus money, but still plus money. Good value.
I was a little nervous on Jacobs tonight. New team, new offensive line, new play caller for him. I figured they wouldn't rely too hard on him, almost like Derrick Henry last night.
Yeah, well, he scored.
That's true. That's true. I actually I got a good relationship now, new partners for the show, Underdog Fantasy. And one of the picks that I made, I had a Derrick Henry, centric Underdog Fantasy ticket where I took the Scorcher, and I was like, he'll score more than 1.5 touchdowns. And I missed out on that one. I felt bad. But as long as you understand Underdog Fantasy and all that, let me go ahead and just put up how bad I did last night, if you don't mind, before we get to your content here. I've put it up on the stream. Brian, we had Derrick Henry to rush for more than 63.5 yards. He put in 46. We did not hit. Isaiah Pacheco was projected by Underdog to rush for more than 58.5 yards. We took higher with our pick. He had 45 or 46. He did not hit. Zay Flowers, projected to have 11.5 first quarter receiving yards. We did take the higher on that. He did put in 22. Tremendous game from Zay Flowers last night. We had Mahomes, projected for 12.5 passing first downs. We took the higher, and that came in with 14. Lamar Jackson, projected to have 61.9 completion percentage. We took the higher. That came in at, I think it was like 68 and change. He had a decent night behind under center. And then we had Travis Kelce for at least a receiving or rushing touchdown, and he did not do so. And so we went 3-3 in that 6-pick little jam right there. So no money coming into us on that game. We'll do that again next Thursday. But Duck, back to you. I want to know where your action is for this weekend.
Oh man, it's Underdog City this weekend, baby. I'm ready.
All right,
I love it. I've been on. Listen, I was with you guys past 2 years, right? And I came on this show the first 4 weeks, and I just said, hammer the dogs, baby, hammer the dogs. And it just holds true every single year. Divisional game underdogs in the first quarter of the season, they cover at a clip of 65%.
Wow.
On the spread. And they even win straight up at a 50% clip, 22% ROI. This is divisional game underdogs. Also, just regular underdogs who missed the playoffs, they're covering at a 60% clip as well. Anyone who missed the playoffs the year before. So that's who you want to be on. You want to be on these teams who have had some changes over the offseason, who are coming in, who missed the playoffs last year, playing playoff teams or even non-playoff teams. Doesn't matter. That's who you want. You want that underdogs in week one especially.
So divisional game underdogs, you're not going to find too many every week, but you do have some this week. The first one that catches my eye is Raiders-Chargers, where you've got the Raiders as 3.5-point underdog. You got thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, obviously, to fade Jim Harbaugh coming into his first game as the Chargers head coach, but I do lean Raiders. Obviously, the trends support the Raiders. I think that Max Crosby and the acquisition of Wilkins, right? That's what they got from
Christian Wilkinson. Christian Wilkins. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that is one of the most underrated pickups of the offseason because he's going to plug into that defensive line. He's going to eat up all the double teams, and now teams are not going to be able to double team Max Crosby.
I do agree with that. I think Max Crosby's unlocking a big season here. Do you feel the same Texans-Colts? It's another one of those divisional games. You got the Colts by 1.5, underdogs by 1.5 at home.
Yes, I don't mind taking the Colts. I would rather live bet this game, honestly, just because the Texans have so much firepower.
Yeah.
I think that you could actually catch the Colts at over +7. The game that I love the most. You guys ready to get
Don't say it. Don't say the Geechee Cats. Don't do it to Brian.
Oh, yeah, baby. Panthers +4. I'm hitting that money line as well, man.
Wow.
Let me tell you, I have come and hammered this over and over again on your show with you. You should know I am a Dennis Allen hater.
Yeah.
Good for you. I do not like him, man. I am not.
You're not alone.
I've been him for the past couple years. He is. Let me tell you what he is straight up and on the money line in his career: 24-46 straight up. 34%. Worst among all active coaches.
That's awful.
Yeah, terrible. Now, listen, I'm not just spewing smoke here. I'm not just riding on Dennis Allen and just, making fun of him. Derek Carr, this is another thing. First year in a new system because now he has a new offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak, Gary Kubiak's son.
Yep.
Every single year that he has had, his first year in a new system, learning new language, learning new offensive playbooks and everything, right? 2014, he had a new coach, 3-13 record, 27th QBR. 2015, new coach, new OC, 7-9 record, 30th QBR. 2017, new OC, 6-9
I think you're trying to say Derek Carr's slow on the uptake.
Listen, it takes them about a year to break into these new offenses, man.
All right.
Same thing. Even when Gruden came in, 4-12, 27th, right? Last year, 9-8, 16th. That was his best year.
I'm going to put money on the Geechee Cats because Ducky's telling me to. I'm going to do this.
Listen, if you want to ride with me, man, I'm just saying the Panthers are also very, very, very much improved in this offseason.
And they're due to win. They haven't had a win in like 4.5 seasons. So.
Yeah, they didn't even have a fourth quarter lead all year last year.
Oh,
that's what we're doing, guys, and then laughing,
Is that Brian's
diabolical work right now?
Brian's team is the losers.
Whoa, okay,
well, not according to Doug.
I don't
we're
want
jumping
them
in.
to. No, I just
3-on-1, huh?
Yeah, not according to Doug.
One fourth quarter lead, man. They won both of their games on the last play last year.
Duck's like, no, man, I got inside info. Bryce has gotten the high-heeled boots from DeSantis, and he's ready to see over that offensive line and throw some deep downfield passes. Let's go. I hear what you're saying.
Seriously though, there has been news because I follow all these beat writers, and there's news that Canales has installed motion. Now this is something that Bryce did not have last year.
Yeah,
they've been putting him on the move. So they've been taking him out of the pocket, putting him on bootlegs. He is going to be a very different offense. They actually brought in a number 1 receiver in Deontay Johnson. They have a number 2 now in Xavier.
All right. Slow it down with Deontay Johnson as a number 1 receiver. It's the whole reason he got tossed out of Pittsburgh.
Well, is that not better than Adam Thielen as number 1, man?
Adam Thielen's been pretty consistent over the years, but I hear what you're saying. I like Deontay Johnson.
No, he's a good slot. And then the biggest addition to this team, and this is why I personally did sprinkle on them to win over their I had them over 6.5 wins this year.
Now you're definitely not talking about Bryce Young because he's not the biggest anything on that team.
It was very good plus money. Did a little sprinkle on them to make the playoffs at like plus 600. So these are little sprinkles. I'm not breaking the bank here, but the reason why was because their worst part of their entire team last year was their offensive line. It was terrible, right? Their tackles were good, but the interior was horrible.
Awful.
So what did they do? They were the worst ranked left guard and right guard in the NFL.
Didn't they overpay for Robert Hunt?
Yes, they did. Yeah, number 6 ranked right guard, Robert Hunt.
Yeah.
And then they brought in a top 20 left guard as well, Damian Lewis. So this is a much improved offensive line. The interior pressure is not going to be there. Eating up Bryce Young, who can't even see over the line. They're going to put him on bootlegs. They have motion, right? This guy is a smart quarterback. He is not dumb. Right, he was drafted because he is savant-like, quote unquote. That's what the whole rookie outlook was sounded for him. But when he got drafted, right, he's savant-like with reading defenses. His problem is that he had no offensive line last year, no pass catching, and he was just lost. With a terrible coach.
Yeah, Brian, I don't know if you know this, but savant is French for short guy. Brian, I thought you were ponying up to the microphone to say something. You got something? What do you got?
No, not at all.
I saw you turn the mic on. You took a breath. I said you were about to jump in double Dutch style.
Well, I turned it on and off in order to be a part of the show.
Oh,
but
cool.
no, I'm letting Duck cook.
Okay.
Let Duck cook.
Well, I don't think Duck wants to hear anything about cooking as long as the feathered one is in the building. We'll keep him nice and room temp, okay? Hey, Duck, I've got a couple of games here I want us all to pick. You mind getting in on some of this action with us?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's track it, too. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I want to do this for the year. And this is why Michelle, Sports Freak Thibodeau, is joining us on these picks because this happens every year. This happens in everybody's football pool or pick'em leagues. You got a bunch of guys who are all up on it, a bunch of people, I should say, who are all up on NFL information. They watch all the insiders. They're looking at X all day long. They've got all the details, and they still have the same or worse record than someone who's just guessing. So I want to see if that holds true here with Sports Freak Michelle Thibodeau. We start with the Cowboys and the Browns, guys. This is in Cleveland, and the Cowboys are favored by only 1.5. So, Michelle, that means if you're picking the Browns, you're picking them to either lose by 1 or less, which is not anything. Lose by 1 or win is what you're picking if you pick the Browns. Cowboys favored 1.5 on the road. Duck, we'll start with you.
Give me the boys.
Cowboys for Duck. It's just too much firepower, huh?
Yeah, I just think that Dak is significantly better than Deshaun Watson at this point.
Certainly seems that way. Brian, who do you got?
And that's just the craziest thing. Hold on. Doug, I don't think you're wrong. And, Aaron, I'm not a Dak supporter when it gets to January.
Quite the opposite.
Especially when it gets to January. January, I'm like, no, because you've convinced me, and I'm man enough to admit that during the regular season, He's a front runner.
Literally, I'm like, are you from Decatur? Because you're a Dak hater. Come on.
All right. I'll put in a promo. Because the come on there. I'll put in a promo.
Come on. All right.
But you're right. At this point in time, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, especially, I would not have said this about Dak being significantly better than
Deshaun Watson.
But, man, I can't disagree with that. Give me the Cowboys.
Wow, Dak lover. Okay. Sports freak, Cowboys or Browns?
I'm going with the Cowboys.
Why?
Because I don't really think Cleveland's that pretty of a city.
Okay.
And I do like, the Cowboys cheerleaders. Everybody's like doing the TikTok Cowboy cheerleader.
Well, there was like a TV show with the Dallas.
I know, but now
cheerleaders.
all the sororities and everything are doing the Thunderstruck, TikTok dance for the cheer. So I'm going with them.
Okay, so because the sororities are doing dances, we're picking the Cowboys. Got
and
it.
Cleveland's not pretty.
I'm going to write the answer to these answers too because that's an important part of it. I'm going with the Browns, guys. Going with the Browns for a couple of reasons. Number one, people continue to underrate this franchise. Great defense, maybe one of the best corners in the league, a pass rush that is significant. You've got a weakened Dallas offensive line with no real running attack to speak of. You got Dak. You've got CeeDee Lamb, who missed most of the preseason. Was Jake Ferguson coming home to win the game for them? Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, you got Deshaun Watson. At some point, don't you think he's got to return to his MVP form? It's not like he had some devastating knee injury like Nick Chubb. Like he's there somewhere.
I'm with you, Aaron. And I've been
Amari
waiting.
Cooper, he's a great receiver. Elijah Moore, I mean, I kind of hate his guts, but I understand he can catch a pass or two. Like David Njoku, there's no reason the Browns shouldn't win this game at home. I'm taking the Brownies.
Is Deshaun Watson the guy that got in trouble for the massages and stuff?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. I'm just putting everything into perspective.
Thoughts, Michelle?
No, I'm just making sure I know which one he is. Got it.
Cleveland is an ugly city, and what was the other one?
The
cheerleaders. You like the cheerleaders.
Yeah, the cheerleaders.
Oh, I thought she said the cheerleaders were ugly in Cleveland, too. I was like, they had cheerleaders?
I don't know them. I just meant the city.
That's wild work.
I'm sorry if anybody's from Cleveland. But
all right, let's move on. What I expect to be one of the absolute worst teams in the league, Tennessee Titans, going to Chicago to take on the big question mark, the Chicago Bears. No one really knows what they're going to be at this point. But Vegas seems to think that they're going to be a winner in this game. They've got them as a home favorite to the tune of 4.5 points. Brian, we start with you.
Hey, man, listen, I get it. People don't think that every rookie quarterback that comes into the league is going to be C.J. Stroud, and they shouldn't. C.J. Stroud, historical level kind of season it felt like last year. But we got another young goat on the way. Caleb Williams, Chicago Bears. Give me Chi-Town for the win.
Wow. Not too many people have said that over the last couple of years, for sure. Michelle Thibodeau, you're up next.
I'm going with Chicago.
And for what is your reason?
I like the food there better and the fact that the Titans are the Jags' archenemy.
The Titans
all right.
suck. All right.
Got it.
My turn next. I will be going Bears here just because of my hatred for the Titans. The reality is, if it wasn't the Titans, if it was another terrible team who I didn't necessarily feel bitter towards, I might take them to upset the Bears just because of all the hype around the Bears. But the reality is, I don't think the Titans are going to win more than 4 games, and this ain't one of them. Go in Chicago here. Duck.
Ready? Since 1970.
Oh, boy.
27 number one pick quarterbacks. 4-22-1 on the money line. Give me the banana eater himself, the Mr. Mayonnaise in his coffee, Will Levis and the Titans.
Yuck.
Personal foul.
Banana eaters.
You don't like
work.
that, huh?
I mean, I get what you're saying.
You get him. He's like,
pause.
All right.
Give me a little more context next time.
He wants you to calm
give
down,
me some warning
Doug.
next time. You know what I mean? Send an email.
Banana skin.
Hey, what happened?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Personal foul. Offense. He was giving them the business.
Okay.
That's a good stat, though, man.
Okay. Let's go with a game that's near and dear to mine and Duck's heart. We're talking about the San Francisco 49ers versus the eventual Super Bowl champions of the 2024 season, the New York Jets. We begin with the sports freak.
I'm going with New York.
You think the Jets will win. What is your reasoning for that?
I just like the city of New York better than I like the city of San Francisco. I like the food better. I like the shopping better. I just like it better.
Didn't you say that's where you used to fly some of your private jets to?
No,
To New York? I'm just saying.
No.
Okay.
I never flew a private jet.
You
to
like
New
the
York.
city and you like the shopping.
Yeah.
And the Jets.
But is that cute guy still the quarterback at San Francisco? What's his name?
Brock Purdy.
Oh, no, never mind. I thought it was that other guy.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Uh-huh.
Look at you knowing which cute guy she talking about there. Look at you being in tune. I ain't mad at you, my boy.
Okay,
Man,
well,
Jimmy's an attractive dude. I'm
because-
not going to deny him that.
Well,
you ain't no hater.
Know what I mean?
Definitely not picking San Francisco. That cute guy's gone.
Brian, you
so.
know what they say. Game recognizes game. That's all. I could tell. I see.
Who's Jets quarterback?
Takes
Aaron
one to
Rodgers.
know one, right?
That's what I'm saying. Takes
Aaron
one to know
Rodgers.
one.
Don't really like him, but I'm going to go with the Jets just because I like New York.
Brian, she's not
better.
into the ashwagandha. She's into the cute guys. Yeah.
No, I just like New York better. I'm not crazy about Aaron Rodgers, but let's see what happens to that. He's 40, right?
I'll go next.
Go ahead.
He's going to be 41, Michelle.
Okay.
I think the Jets defense is going to make Brock Purdy see ghosts. Shout out to Sam Darnold, by the way. I think the Jets defense is going to put such a hurting on San Francisco. It's going to be sad. 6.5 points is out of control. I see the Jets winning this by 2 touchdowns. Let's go. Gang green, baby. Jets. Just end the season. Duck, you're up.
I'm with you, man. Aaron Rodgers grew up a 49ers fan.
Yeah, buddy.
Got slapped in the face by them when they did not pick him number 1, went with Alex Smith, and he waited till 24, and he still holds a grudge. He plays.
Aaron Rodgers holding a
his
grudge?
life. Yes, he does. Yes, he does, man. And no, seriously, on a serious note, Trent Williams hasn't been practicing for weeks.
Brendan Ayuk's been out all preseason. McCaffrey's banged up. Come on.
Right? So you are getting the Jets at full strength.
Yes.
All of them have been practicing.
Yes.
Against the 49ers. This is the best time to get the 49ers if you are the Jets.
Yes.
You don't want them later in the season where you're going to get steamrolled. You want them now. I got the Jets with the upset. Money line.
All right, Brian, you're up.
Hey, guys, listen. It sounds good, right?
Uh-oh.
It looks good on paper.
Okay.
It looks good on a video game.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good if Aaron Rodgers cared about football. If he cared about the Jets, if he cared about his head coach. But they don't get along. So I don't even know how that goes along, right?
That's fair.
I get it. They both show up for work.
Yeah.
You don't have to get along with everybody at work, clearly.
That's true.
I understand that. I see that in person on a daily basis in order for things to get done.
Mm-hmm.
But we're talking about Big Purdy in the building, standing in it, standing on all the doubters, all the people that laughed at him, all the other players that got selected before him. And he's looking around saying, I understand people are banged up, but hold on, wait a minute. Trent Williams, he's going to be there?
He's going to be there.
He's going to be there?
Going to be there.
Okay, so I'm good there. Wait a minute. Is CMC going to be on the field?
Looks like it.
Okay, I'm good there. Brandon Ayuk, he signed with him?
He did sign.
Well, I'm good. We still got some guys on the defense that was there last year.
Didn't even mention Deebo Samuel.
We got some corner. Hey, man, South Carolina's finest. But I'm just saying, we got some guys on the defense that I can trust.
1 or 2, sure.
Okay, we good.
All right.
We the San Francisco 49ers, okay? We don't drop the ball until the second half of the Super Bowl because of our head coach. Not no game 1, and definitely not against a team led by Aaron Rodgers, who, again, great quarterback. An all-time greater if you want to make an argument for it.
Okie doke.
Okay? Don't care about football anymore.
Oh.
And
He's
if
grumpy.
he stays healthy, it'll be a good game. If he stays healthy, give me San Francisco, Aaron Schachter.
So who do you think is going to win?
Give me Big Purdy in the 49ers.
No, they're not.
All right,
Oh,
all right,
that's
Michelle, I'm with you.
That was pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
Brian is the only one going against the Jets. And let me just tell you what a world we live in, Duck. Did you ever think you'd see the day where you got the Niners at home by 6.5 and 3 out of 4 people are like, are you kidding me? Let's go with the Jets.
Where do you even see 6.5? I see 4.5.
You see 4.5.
I would
Let's see.
destroy 6.5 if I saw that on the market.
I am looking at, you're right. Everyone is, the opening was 6.5. It's moved to 4.5. My apologies. Everyone's got 4.5 now.
All right, cool.
My apologies. Yeah, 6.5 was so
That
big.
only helps Brian, unfortunately.
I was like, 6.5. It was so big. I was like, geez. All right. One more game, and then we can wrap it up here. Of course, it wouldn't be a segment without at least touching on the game that matters most to us here in Jacksonville. Jaguars going to Miami, taking on the Dolphins. We begin with me. Okay. We take turns. That's how it works here. Here's the thing. Dolphins are a dangerous offense for sure. Dangerous offense for sure. If you listen to Tyreek Hill, he says his hand isn't even bothering him. He just wanted to troll everybody. He's fine. Waddle's healthy. Achane, Mostert, like the weapons are still there. Tua, but that offensive line is Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese. And quite frankly, when you put pressure on Tua, the man loses his mind. I think the Jaguars are coming in with big-time quarterback pressure. Shout out to Eric Armstead, Josh Hines-Allen, Trayvon Walker. I think Trevor's going out. You see Trevor, he's all yoked up now? Trevor's going out there to flex on that entire terrible Miami Dolphins defense, sans Jalen Ramsey. I think the Jaguars win this one, even as a 3.5. Just kidding. That was where it opened at 3.5. Has it moved? Just checking before I say anything else.
It's still 3.5.
3.5. I think the Jags are taking this game with the 3.5, even though it's not theirs. Go ahead. I'm taking the Jags.
I'll go next.
It's actually Duck. I'm sorry.
Duck.
I apologize.
Okay. Yeah, listen, these Dolphins, they think that they're going to get a leg up on all these teams in September, right? Putting them on the visitor sideline.
They need them.
In the heat.
Yeah.
But they forgot. Where is Jacksonville located? Florida.
That's right.
That's not going to affect Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. Come on, man. I am all over the Jags this week. I actually already bet this. I did sprinkle the money line as well. I don't think it matters. I'm not buying the Dolphins. Come on, man. Let's go with the Jags.
Middleton.
Hey, man, listen.
The opposite of savant.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're big. You're tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good callback.
Thank you.
I learned that from Annie Letterman.
That's not what it means, Brian, but we'll talk after.
You know, Michelle's pretty smart out here.
I'll pull up a thesaurus or dictionary. Google. I'll make it real quick. Give me the Jags. Trayvon Walker, revenge tour starts game 1.
Nice.
Give me the Jags.
Add Michelle, the headliner. Who are you taking?
Jags, because that's my team, born and raised, and because Jalen Ramsey is a tool.
Why do you hate Jalen Ramsey?
Whoa, why are you shooting?
What did he ever do to you?
Because of the way he treated our team and treated our city when he was here. Don't like him.
He didn't treat us poorly.
Yes, he did. Did you not see him get out of the Brinks truck with it, like, in his loudspeaker and all his little
How's that treating him poorly?
Yeah, and he wanted to be traded and pretended he had a back injury. And
because he hated Tom Coughlin.
Okay, so suck it up. You're a football player. You're making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Because he's a tool, and I don't like him. But I would pick the Jags anyways.
It was interesting. He chose not to do the things you're advising him to do, and he ended up making more money in his career than he probably ever would have made. And
that's fine. That's great.
Okay.
Good for him. I'm just saying I don't like him.
All right, that's fair. You get to like and not like who
And
you
the
don't
Jags
like.
are my team, so I would go with them anyway.
Why are the Jags your team?
Because I was born and raised here. It's my team.
Okay.
I remember when we got them.
All right, you don't got to yell at everybody.
I'm not yelling. I'm whispering.
Okay.
It's like a whisper yell, though.
It really
There's some
did.
energy in there.
A little bit attitudinal.
Like, watch your tone.
Yeah. Duck, one more bet that we haven't talked about that you are insisting everyone get on top of if you've got it.
Panthers +4, man. No, another one, a different one that I didn't speak about. Cardinals +6.5. I do like them. You got DeMar Hamlin playing safety. I'm picking the other team.
Nice. Okay. Duck is cold. Look, it's about the business for Duck. He's not sitting here regarding your feelings, Brian.
Duck
He's here to
said
make
who?
cash.
Who's over there?
You think that nest is sticks and
He's still
hay?
in the lead?
No,
man, I'm going with the other team.
that's dollar bills.
I love it, man.
Dollar bills in that nest.
I love it.
Ducky, we appreciate you joining the show, man. Once again, if you want to find Ducky Bets, you can find him on X at Ducky_Bets, or you can find him on Patreon, patreon.com/DuckPond. We love you, Duck. We'll see you back next Friday.
Fun as always, man. Quack, quack.
Quack, quack, bro. Ducky Bets right there, getting it done still.
He talks in numbers. My head spins.
Yeah, numbers are hard, huh?
I mean, but everything that came out of his mouth was a number.
Some round numbers look like.
It's weird that the gambling guy talks numbers.
That's it. That's always that he talked in numbers.
Yeah,
literally.
you probably will. Look, based on your reasonings, which I have here, you could correct me if I'm wrong, as you like New York, you don't like Cleveland as a city, you do like Jacksonville as a city, you like the shopping in New York, the cheerleaders in Dallas, the food in Chicago, you hate the Titans and Jalen Ramsey. Am I accurate so far?
Very good.
All right. I'm a
Took
good note
notes.
taker.
Yeah.
Okay. When we come back on the Aaron Schachter Show, we'll play a little Survey Says, a Brian Middleton production, as well as the latest in wife, girlfriend, side chick news on ESPN 690.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
A mix of clouds and sun will give way to heavy showers and thunderstorms, especially this afternoon and evening, with highs in the 80s dropping into the 70s tonight. And we start out your weekend with cloudy skies for your Saturday with showers at times and a few thunderstorms through the day, highs near 85. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. Join me today beginning at 5 p.m. on CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beard's Diamonds, proud to offer a huge selection of both lab-grown and natural diamonds at the lowest prices guaranteed.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay.
Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Firefighters, paramedics, police officers. They take care of us, and at AMCO, we're proud to take care of them. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. As an essential business, we work on every kind of car repair with flexible financing and extra safety precautions. Essential, reliable, trusted. That's the men and women who are there for us, and it's our honor to be there for them. AA MCO.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
This September, Diamonds Direct's ultimate offer is back, stronger than ever. Diamonds Direct helps you get the perfect jewelry gift with 0% interest. That's right, enjoy 5 years of 0% financing on any Diamonds Direct purchase. It's your chance to get her the perfect ring with 0 interest and comfortable monthly payments that fit your budget. But act fast. This offer ends September 30th. For details and more, visit diamondsdirect.com. Spread your payments over 5 years with 0 interest on approved credit. Only at Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
If you want to know why Arlington, rent a Toyota. That's why. It's not just a rental, it's a Toyota. Need an 8-passenger Sienna van? Rent it. Curious about all the new 2025 Camry features? Rent it. How about a fuel-efficient RAV4? Arlington has 25 in stock and ready to rent. Rent a Toyota at Arlington has plenty of hybrids, too. And Arlington's competitive rental rates make every mile amazing. Just go to arlingtontoyota.com and reserve your rental online today.
How would you like to get a quick and easy quote for your roof without the hassle? No calling an office, no waiting around, no dealing with people until you are ready. E2 Roofing offers an instant online quote and 3 easy steps. Name, address, email, done. Your roof line is mapped and you have an instant quote in seconds with no hassle or obligation. I'm Elizabeth Evans-Weiss, owner of E2 Roofing. I'm a proud veteran that values your time, money, and roofing experience. Let my team guide you through the roofing process. Visit e2roofingjax.com today and get your quote right now.
Hi, I'm Mike Lester, the founder of Talon Wealth and the host of the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show. Like you, I love this country, and I'm very thankful for those that protect us along with our freedoms. That's why for active military and active first responders, if you decide to work with us, Talon Wealth isn't going to charge you any advisor fees. We're happy to explain all the details, but most importantly, thank you for your service.
Visit guardingyournestegg.com to find out more.
Advisory services through Talon Private Wealth and SEC registered investment advisor. Florida license D056341.
The lightest 350 horsepower onboard has just hit the water. Introducing the all-new Yamaha 4.3-liter V6 offshore F350 with advanced features and class-leading power to weight. Every run will be more efficient and exhilarating. The new 4.3-liter V6 offshore F350 from Yamaha. Reliability starts here.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/DC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
Sports Center update brought to you by Tailgaters Parking.
At Underwoods, we know what it takes to be one of the South's most trusted jewelers. Our reputation was made by carrying the finest quality. I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods, and we're proud to bring Forevermark diamonds to North Florida. Only 1% of the world's diamonds are eligible to become Forevermark. They're the world's most carefully selected diamonds that you can be proud to give and wear forever. The Forevermark icon invisibly inscribed on each diamond is proof of the Forevermark promise that each diamond is beautiful, rare, and responsibly sourced. Their exceptional beauty is unleashed by the world's finest craftsmen using skill and artistry passed down by generations. Forevermark diamonds benefit the communities from which they're sourced and are individually cared for from the mine to her finger. Underwoods is Jacksonville's authorized Forevermark jeweler, so make the right decision and come by Underwoods in San Marco, Avondale, and the Shops of Ponte Vedra.
Hey guys, it's Aaron from the Aaron Schachter Show, and I've just linked up with my friends over at Underdog Fantasy. Over 1 million fans got in the game with Underdog last year, so I was hoping to be one of those people. But what you learn so quickly is that Underdog isn't just about football. So many things are going down in the Underdog Fantasy app. I hopped on the app and I realized that they had projected stats for the hot dog eating contest. So I was pretty sure that Joey Chestnut was going to go above his projection, and I was pretty sure Kobayashi was going higher than his projection. Made a quick little $15 on a hot dog eating contest. What a world. Listen, man, Underdog is super fun to play, and it's easy to get started. Go to their easy-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with the promo code TASS, and Underdog's going to give you a special to use on your first contest and a deposit offer. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code TASS to claim your new customer offer of a mystery special, plus a first-time deposit offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a dust bunny breeder from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Steve Johnson. Welcome to the show, Steve.
It's great to be here, Alex.
Yeah, you don't have to answer in the form of a question, Steve.
What is this game show?
See, that's another question.
Are you going to ask me about air conditioners?
Yeah, okay. How about we just send the Bueller guys over and you can annoy them with all your questions. Johnny?
That's right, Steve. Bueller Air and Plumbing can answer all your air conditioning questions, repair options, replacement models, and how to make your AC last longer while saving electricity, making sure you are cool.
Where is the parking lot?
You're killing me, Steve.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
ESPN 690 is home for the Florida Sportsman Fishing Show hosted by Captain Rick Riles. Tune in every Saturday morning from 7 to 9 a.m. to find out what's biting now. Fishing so fresh, you can almost smell it.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer. Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Connect with us on Facebook.
What do you mean by that?
Search for @ESPN690Jax and check out the latest sports news, live stream, or show clip.
Now we talking.
ESPN 690, Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio.
The Aaron Schachter Show. You just can't let it go. Funny, shocking, nonstop ride. Feel the rush.
Deep inside. Welcome back. It's the Aaron Schachter Show. Brian, you get a kick out of that, don't you? It's only for you.
I love that we have the I didn't even look up. Nope. I didn't make a hand signal. I was like, I'm pulling this down.
I'm just at the ready.
And Aaron better be ready. pause it up.
No one else gets it. It's fine. Hey, shout out to the boys in the chat today. Jags Forever says, are you guys going to let South Beach call and talk smack? I forgot about that. Dolphins week?
Yeah, man.
Here's the deal. We haven't really talked about South Beach Gary in a long time.
It feels like it's going on about 2 months.
He called every day. He called every show every day.
Yeah, multiple
and then
times.
One day he just stopped calling us.
Yeah.
And I don't listen to enough Jody Mack or whoever the hell he listens to and calls into to know if he's still around or not. But I think I said to you a couple of weeks in, I was like, I wonder if Gary's okay.
And then you moved on from
And
that.
then we moved on very quickly,
Fast.
yeah.
It's like, geez, Aaron.
I mean, I think, here's the thing. I would think he's not okay, except for the fact that right before he left us forever on the radio, we were asking him, demanding from him, that he allow us to do a game with him.
That was a great idea,
I wanted
by the way.
to take a Gary phone call where he's mush-mouthing, and I wanted to isolate the clip and then have someone else call in for like FSU tickets or something, trying to guess what Gary is saying. But Gary wasn't into it. He could have been a radio star. We asked him, and he was like, I was like, all right, man, if you say so. So we haven't heard from Gary since then. So we don't really know the status of the G-Man.
You want me to hit up Jody Mack?
I don't. It's actually been kind of peaceful here.
It threw me off one day when I had the radio on in my car randomly one day. I don't know why. This is like a year and a half ago.
All right.
And it was random because it was at night, and the Jody Mack show was on.
Congrats.
And I was like, who is this calling in? Slightly better, audio.
Clearer?
Okay. I'm
Okay.
talking about slightly, but it is a FM signal. Slightly better.
He turns it on
signal.
for the national guys.
I was like, look at this joker right here. Internationally known. Anyway.
Well, look, if he's out there, shout out to him, man.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. He's doing it his way. That's fine. Over here on the Aaron Chester Show, we want to talk about the latest in wife, girlfriend, and sidechick news.
Go.
You don't like this bed, Michelle? Hold on. Pull this bed down for a second. I need to investigate what's going on over here. What's wrong with that bed?
It's porn music.
That's not porn music.
It's porn music.
First of all, I pulled the music.
It's porn
And I
music.
did not pull it from a porn.
Oh, someone telling on themselves? What's going on?
I did not pull it from adult content.
Okay, it sounds like it should be adult content.
Are you an expert in adult content?
But I mean,
Michelle?
there's some girl on there moaning.
She's singing.
Okay.
Let's
Listen,
try it again.
it's melodic. Yeah, feel it, Brian. You vibing?
Yeah.
Woo, come on.
Come on, Michelle. Go ahead. Let me hear it.
Porn music? Are you kidding me, Michelle? How dare you? How dare you?
Okay.
We're respectable.
She's like, moving on.
We are a respectable outlet here. Brian, if you wouldn't mind playing that music, because I also have to play a different cut here. Do you know what cart that is?
Nah, tell me, is it
It's
I was gonna say a description, but you know.
Here we go. It's FPMB. FPMB.
How are you describing that? Oh,
FPMB. Play that cart for me so I could play this other cart.
I got you. Anytime you're ready.
Go ahead, play it. Play it.
Yeah, well, I'm playing it.
All right. I bring to you guys the latest in wife, girlfriend, side chick news. This has to do with a woman who found herself in the loving embrace of a professional athlete. Now, Brian, you may not know this, but during the break, you exited the room.
Yeah.
You left me in here alone with the sports freak. I was forced to small talk for a little bit.
Yeah, we know how you love that.
Right. So I was trying to prep her for the next segment.
Why were you trying to prep her?
Well, this is what we're going to talk about, Michelle. And I said, hey, have you ever been in the loving embrace of a professional athlete?
You said, have you ever had a relationship? And I said, what? Define relationship.
You didn't, but you wanted me to define it. I said anything lasting from 5 minutes to 15 years.
Okay.
5 minutes?
Well, some athletes, they want to be efficient. I'm a very efficient athlete. Just ask my wife. Very efficient. Michelle.
How efficient are you in 5 minutes, Aaron Schachter?
Oh, 3 times efficient. Michelle.
Yes.
What did you answer when I asked this question to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Now, when I had that reaction to Brian,
yes, sir,
Michelle had a follow-up reaction.
What she had?
She said, actually, it was 2.
Ew.
Oh, gosh. Oh.
I wear Louis. I wear Gucci.
Now, what I didn't ask as a I'm the king of follow-ups, Brian.
Hey, man.
If I was in the media, Michelle was at the podium at the stadium, and she was like, actually, it was 2. My follow-up would be simultaneously. But
I knew that was coming.
I did not ask it.
And the answer is no.
Well, I didn't ask it. You don't have to. You don't have to answer.
But I realized after I said it that would be where
enough
your mind went.
Look,
okay.
listen. Keep it to yourself, okay?
A lot of explaining going on.
Nobody asked.
A lot of explaining for
Nobody
no questions.
Asked. You know what I mean?
I'm so glad we didn't
Michelle,
do surveys. This is so much better.
That's what I'm telling you. Walk back in the room. I was like, I don't think we're getting a survey says today. Michelle has something in common with the lady we're going to hear from today. This lady is going viral. People are calling her the Phillies girl because of her story.
Okay.
And so have you seen the trend on TikTok, Instagram, Reels, Facebook, whatever, where the girls are up on camera? It's usually girls. I shouldn't say just the girls, but it's usually the girls. They go, put a finger down if, and then they tell you different things and you put a finger down.
Yeah.
So listen to the Phillies girl tell her put a finger down story.
Put a finger down if you were so madly in love with one of the Phillies players that you used to DM him all the time telling him how in love with him you were, and you never thought he would ever see those messages, but he did. And not only did he see them, but he responded to them, and he was like, hey, do you have a Snapchat? And you were like, no, I don't have a Snapchat. So you created one specifically for him, and you guys are Snapchatting back and forth for a few days while you keep telling him how in love with him you are. And then he proceeds to invite you over to...
Oh, you're yawning.
Take a breath or email me when you get there. One after two. Do both.
You're right.
This is good.
It's a 1-minute clip, but it turns up a little bit.
Okay.
And then he proceeds to invite you over to his house. So you go to his house and you sleep over and you spend time with him with no protection at all. And then the month preceding after that, you try and keep talking to him because you're so delusional that you don't realize that this man doesn't give a about you, to the point where he literally has to tell you, I don't give a about you, and then blocks you so he never has to talk to you again. And this sends you into such a down spiral because you are so in love with this person for God knows what reason, that you become celibate from all romantic relationships and sex, and you have to sell your season tickets to the Phillies games that were right in front of where he played because you literally would rather throw up and die than sit there.
That ever happened to you, Michelle?
No.
Which part didn't happen though?
None of that.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's review. Let's break down the game tape a little bit because
holy moly.
First thing she did was slide into his DMs. But if you hear her, she's like, you never thought he would ever see these. It's like you're DMing him every day.
And telling him you love him and stuff like that. That's kind of psycho.
No. That wasn't up front. It didn't sound like that was up front. But it did sound like she was trying to Geechee talk him a little bit. It did sound like she was trying to kick it to him in the DMs. Tell me, Michelle, what's the kind of thing a woman sends in the DMs when she wants to light it up?
Okay.
I don't know. We didn't have DMs back in, like, when I was dating and stuff. No.
Oh, what if it was today? What if you're looking at me, 31 pounds down, crystal ice blue eyes, and this svelte shirt, and you're like, you're steaming up my glasses. I gotta DM the guy. What are you writing to me in my inbox?
I don't have the guts to DM. I don't know what I would say. Yo. I don't know. Nothing. I don't know.
That'd be different.
There we go.
I don't know. I need some coaching. I wouldn't know what to say.
So Phillies girl ends up in this man's DM box for days, if not weeks, if not longer. And then he finally responds. So to me, that's like, hey, I've reached the bottom of the Rolodex.
You're on a slow Tuesday.
You know what I mean? He's like, I already had lunch. Let me see what's for dinner. And he opened up the inbox and it was her turn.
I guess.
So he invites her over. And she is over the moon. You tell me, Michelle, as a woman who has been in this instance,
multiple
this
times.
Circumstance, more than once.
Look at you.
Do you think she's on the way to his house thinking she's going to sweep him off his feet?
Maybe she's stupid for going over to his house. He should have she should have been like, no, dude, you're taking me out if you want to hang out with me. I'm
Why
not
would
coming
she
to your
say
house.
that? She's not looking to get taken out. She's looking to be with the guy.
Well, then I don't know what her thinking is, but it's
she's not the professional athlete.
I don't know.
Why does she have that attitude?
I don't
know what I mean?
You take me out.
No.
I'm one of one.
Professional athlete's going to be like, you're coming to the garage. I'm not even letting you in the house.
Take you out.
Not around here.
Not around here, partner.
Not around here.
Self-esteem there for her. I feel bad for her.
You should feel bad. This is a terrible story for her.
It is.
And by the way, she was so proud of the terrible story, she posted it on TikTok. She's going viral right now.
She loves that.
Loves it. This is the whole point. She wanted the attention from the guy. Now she's going to get it from him again. But so she goes to the house. They have relations. Irresponsible ones, by the way, if you remember her saying.
No, I don't. Well, how was it irresponsible?
She
Aaron
said
Schachter?
there was no protection, no armor.
No prophylactics.
No armor.
Yes, sir.
And so that tells me, I think she had a plan.
Oh.
I think she had a plan.
Uh-oh. Feels like are you about to go into what the plan is?
No, we all know what the plan is.
I don't know.
The plan is put an anchor in his bank account with another human being. That's what I think the plan is. Going over there with no protection, begging to come over his house. You enter into the relations. You don't have to do every relations. There are things on the menu that don't necessarily require the security that you need that you were just discussing in your video.
Okay.
I don't have to go into them in description, and that includes you. Don't go into them.
I'm not. I'm devastated by this whole thing.
Thank you.
Devastated.
She's devastated.
All right.
So
I guess enough of the
fast
conspiracy.
forward, and they do the thing, and then she tries to hit him up Wednesday. My dude on the Phillies is like, this was a Tuesday thing. I want nothing to do with this. I want nothing to do with Tuesday. I'm at Wednesday.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, where are we going? I'm at Wednesday. Nothing to do with Tuesday. And she gets heartbroken. She said she was in love with the guy. This is kind of psychotic, no?
Yes.
Like if it wasn't a Phillies guy, if it was a regular dude, and she's been DMing you for 2 months, you finally answer her back, she comes over, you do the thing, and the next day she's like, I'm in love with you.
Maybe he should have done the thing a little less.
A little less of the thing? Maybe the thing he should have done was get a restraining order instead. He should have called the police. Be like, hey, I just got finished with Tuesday. Could you do something about this? It's going to come back and haunt me.
I just got done with this Tuesday.
Yeah.
Can you please take care of this?
Yeah,
Garçon.
I got Wednesday coming by in like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Please clean this up. And then she's a season ticket holder.
Now, this is the crazy part to me. This is the crazy part.
You got season tickets in a major metropolitan city, and you're like, I got to sell them because I'm heartbroken?
He don't care about you.
No.
He ain't looking your way.
Oh, my goodness.
If he knows you're in the stands and he's like, what section, he'll make sure not to hit the ball that way.
If she's smart, she's just sleeping with another pitcher. She's like, look what I can do. Remember what Stafford's wife did?
Oh, yeah.
That's what she should have done.
She slept with his roommate or went out with his roommate or
Yeah.
whatever.
Real floozy behavior.
Yeah.
Real floozy behavior.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, guys.
I don't know which pitcher it was. We can go to the Phillies depth chart and start guessing, I guess, because this happened, I think, recently.
Oh,
but there's so many people on a baseball team, it's really hard to just nail down who it would be. Sometimes you do have to guess, though. Sometimes.
Is she pretty? I didn't see her.
I mean, I don't want to be insulting and judge a person by their looks, but if I was the kind of person to do that, I'd probably call her a 6.5.
Okay.
Yo.
Maybe it was Zach Wheeler, allegedly, or Aaron Nola, or Ranger Suarez.
Nah, Ranger. That's what it sounded like. Ranger Suarez.
It might have been Christopher Sanchez.
Nah, too respectable.
Might have given her a clean Sanchez.
Those
What about
baseball players.
Seth Johnson? It could have been.
Let's not fast forward past that.
Jose Alvarado, it might have been.
That's a new one right there.
Orion Kickering, it might have been.
Told me about a couple of them.
Matt Stram, possibly. What she should do is forget another pitcher. Get with the manager. How's he going to feel about that? You imagine Tom Brady seeing Giselle with Bill Belichick?
He'd
That would have
probably
been
be
great.
like, thank goodness.
Bill Belichick's like, Giselle's way too old for me. Forget it. Forget it. I've got a high school to go scout. See you later.
That's wild
That's
word
him.
right there.
What he does, not
nah,
me.
That's wild word,
That's
man.
what he does.
Nah.
I never done. No, that's him.
He said, just getting to junior college?
Now we talking.
Woo-wee. Allegedly.
Yeah,
Bill
those
Belichick,
JUCO
probably.
transfers, man. You always got to look through the roster for the diamond in the rough.
Thibodeau does look uncomfortable at this point. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm looking over here. Oh, the music stopped.
We got to find out who Thibodeau got to know better.
Twice.
A professional, well, not twice, two different people.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought it was like a burgeoning relationship.
Two different
and she
people.
said, nah, I'm good.
Not simultaneously. Concurrently? If you don't know the word, just agree. That's what I tell Brian.
Definitely.
Yeah, one after another.
No, they weren't directly after another.
Oh, because that would be efficient as well. You wouldn't be wasting time.
And a relationship can mean anything, like going out on a couple dates
Literally,
or, hanging
yeah.
out. Like, it doesn't,
Yeah, I'm not accusing
like
you.
This,
no.
Like, this is like, no, I've never slid into anybody's DMs or.
Well, you're a little too old for DMs, I think.
Right.
Guys, hey, Aaron.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to have to get out of this soon, but I need a breaking news sounder.
57 past, almost 58 minutes past. We're first doing breaking news.
Why do you need a breaking news sounder?
I can't put my finger on it.
Okay.
Because it was so clear.
What?
It was so clear audibly that I'm like, if it's always like that, I almost don't want it.
What are we talking about?
What?
But I think that South Beach called and said go Dolphins twice. It was so clear. I was like, ESPN 690 again, because I was like, ain't no way. And plus, Michelle was laughing. I was like, hold on, let me make sure I heard this right. And I told him to hold on. I'm going to put you on.
Nope, he jumped.
And he hung up.
Good for him. Okay,
Elusive,
he knows.
Unicorn.
I like it.
I actually do like that.
Keep him wanting more. He's playing hard to get. Michelle, you know about that, right?
I'm just over here freaking out that that's all it was South Beach, what's his name, because I was a
Because
little
you were
scared.
afraid Jimmy Smith was calling?
No, I was afraid, like.
You were afraid Keenan McCardell was calling?
Yeah, boy.
No,
yeah.
you were afraid Mark Brunell was calling?
Let me tell you about Thibodeau and
one of them.
Were you afraid Tom Coughlin was calling?
What? None of them either.
Were you afraid Natron Means was calling?
Nope, you got to go back earlier.
Were you afraid TJ Yeldon was calling?
I just told you middle linebacker, you got to go back.
Were you afraid Mike Peterson was calling?
Got to go. Nope, not him.
What year?
You said 07,
Is
not her.
time to go?
Wait, hold on.
No, it was before. I had a baby then. No, it was
Okay,
not.
You had a baby with this middle linebacker?
2001? Okay, was it before the 2000s? Because the Jags started in 95, and I was just like, hold on.
I've been here since the Jags started. I was
So it
at
was
the
in the
first
1900s.
open game
That's
in
what
the
she's trying to tell us.
1900s.
Give me a middle linebacker. Ain't Kevin Hardy a linebacker? What was he?
Wasn't
Kevin Hardy
him.
was a defensive end.
Nope,
Yeah,
wasn't
he
him.
stood next to a linebacker. All right, guys, we got 5 seconds.
Stood next
You're
to
not
it.
going to
This has been the
figure
Aaron
it out.
Schachter Show. It's been a great week. Thank you so much, Brian. Sports Freak Michelle Thibodeau. See you guys
Victim of
Monday.
a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Main office, Jacksonville.
Are you a real estate investor or have considered investing and want to know where you can put your money that offers solid returns and protects against market volatility? It's Rich Jones. I want to introduce you to DLP Capital, CEO and founder Don Wenner.
For more than a decade, DLP Capital has delighted our investors with consistent double-digit returns. Through the smart, conservative real estate investment strategy our company is built on, we have been able to achieve this with monthly distributions and tax shelters so our investors can keep more of their returns.
Dial ** invest on your cell phone or visit highyieldreturns.net.
Hello?
Boss, I got bad news.
What happened?
My air conditioner conked out.
Oh, well, just find us more houses to rob without Safe Touch security. Then you can afford to get your AC fixed.
Oh, but Safe Touch signs are popping up everywhere.
It's that special they're running. A state-of-the-art Safe Touch system, including video doorbell camera, for no money down.
Yeah, and customers can add an indoor video camera for just $49.
It's no wonder Safe Touch signs are popping up like weeds.
So, boss, can I stay at your place till my AC is fixed?
No, you snore, and you smell like cabbage.
What?
Look, having no AC gives you extra incentive to find those houses without Safe Touch. Because, we gotta stick to the crooks or us golden rules. Stay away from Safe Touch houses.
Wait,
gotta go.
Are you sure I can't stay with...
Crooks know to stay away from Safe Touch houses. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson, Safe Touch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our price.
No money down offer is for a limited time. Call 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license EF 2000-1945.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Meet Mike Lester.
Talent is not going to be the right choice for every single person out there, right? Because everybody is different. We do well when our clients do well. We're literally sitting on the same side of the table with them. We're in this together.
Yeah.
When you do well, I'll do well. Once we have that understanding, then we can come up with a plan that's designed to help you be successful in retirement.
Find out more at guardingyournestegg.com.
Advisory services through Talon Private Wealth and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Florida license D056341.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code MOVE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's